Jim is taking MDMA. I don't know what it stands for. It's a Tums. Get your mind out of the goddamn rave. I was going to say, Gutter, you expected that. I'm keeping you on your toes because this is the weekly warm-up before we record Bad Taste. Boys, what do we think of Bad Taste?
Brilliant.
Fun.
Tuck right into that motherfucker.
Fun.
Yes, it's like a firing squad. I want you to think of it that way.
Slow start, great finish.
Hey, that's the way my wife describes me. Hey, yo. It's because no budget. Suddenly, Peter Jackson can quit his job and be a filmmaker, and everything goes incredibly up.
Yeah, and it was great.
So, have you seen the original concept art for the aliens before he was able to redesign them and do it his way?
No.
They're pretty bad.
Okay.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but there's no real articulation or anything the way that it ends up being. And yeah, so these ones have like wires in the lips that let them talk and stuff.
Right.
Other ones were kind of more beaky, and he'd already shot the entire movie, basically. You know, he left out a few scenes and then they sent it to the film commission. But by that point, they had shot a whole different ending where it's just the guy who's like the charity collector being eaten to death by aliens in the forest.
Huh.
And then we end up with this movie. Oh, wow. Jim, you're kind of uninitiated when it comes to a lot of schlocky horror. What do you think? Like, just broad strokes, is this something that if you, let's say you and I are in a public place, right? And your wife's there and your wife's family's there. And I'm like, hey, Jim, remember that movie Bad Taste where Peter Jackson's head pukes into a bowl and they all eat it? Are you embarrassed? Or is this a movie where you're like, yes, they do eat it?
A little of both, probably.
Yeah, there you go. I like that answer. So what was your favorite gore effect? But don't give too much away. We can't give away the show for free, even though we released the show for free.
The end chainsaw kill.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Right?
That's a marvelous bit of schlock.
Yeah,
That's just,
I don't even want to talk more about it. I'm saving that.
honestly, I think that kill is better than any kill in Dead Alive. And those of you who know me know, like, Dead Alive is pretty sacrosanct to me. Like, that's one of those movies that you can never speak ill of. And, you know, it's the same guy. So I guess it's kind of like, if I was like, hey, Chad, I like this kid better than that kid, you're like, well, they're both my kids. So I guess it's okay, right?
I think the
works.
brains, anytime there's brains, it was pretty gross.
Yeah.
Real brains.
What?
Lamb brains.
Well, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, especially in New Zealand, where there's like
Yeah.
literally horror movies about how people are so desperately outnumbered by sheep and lambs.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a sheep and a lamb, Chad?
I don't know.
Well, you've
The
been
taste?
meatless. You've been meatless for how long now? You should know this.
I don't know. 3 months?
Oh, jeez, it's been that long?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Feels like a lifetime.
Seriously, doesn't it? When I'm sitting there on my couch with my headphones in, editing motherfucking episodes on my birthday. That's right. That's how dedicated I am to you, you cocksuckers.
Or he has no friends that really love him.
You guys are right here.
Excuse me. I'm right here.
Actually. So, Jim, what did you do on my birthday?
What did I do?
Based on the story you just told us, it sounds like you had a really shit time.
Yeah. Well, I had a shit 2 weeks, but I think your birthday was all right.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that was my gift to you.
Thank you.
I settled my oldest case that's been going on for 5 years. That was nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which is basically like the majority of my legal career.
Okay. How did it turn out, though? Good?
Fine.
Great.
Opposing counsel and I were very agreeable. This lady is so fucking nice. Like, she's on a European vacation and she's like responding to me about settlement, and it's her client who doesn't get back to her
Wow.
for like the span of weeks. So it was very perfunctory.
If it was so easy, why did it take 5 years?
It's her client.
Oh.
Long and short of it.
Okay.
Yeah. The dude fell through a roof. So, I mean, come on.
Come on. Haven't we all?
I get it.
I never sue no one. Not falling through.
Yeah.
Chad, you can't sue yourself, man.
Can I sue my parents?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, we used to joke around. We had another coworker who had like this terrible accident where he fell and was like airlifted and all this shit happened to him. And he, of course, was just some idiot kid who was working construction. And then years later, he's an attorney. He's like, I wonder if I could file a claim. And we would like talk about hypothetical ways because the laws in California are so slanted. You could totally do that.
Wow.
But this isn't the workers' compensation podcast. This is Slashers podcast, where we talk about horror movies and whatever the fuck else we want, which could include workers' compensation now that I say it out loud. But what else? Anyway. Have you watched?
We did go to the movies for
We
your
did.
birthday.
Let's all go to the movies.
Go check out our review.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram TV. It's on Facebook, which has a link to the YouTube. You didn't get to go.
I did not.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But what's the next? You're going to be, oh yeah, you're probably going to go see it with us. So
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I
You
can't
guys
wait.
you guys can see how much of a bitch I am in scary movies.
I've been with you and it's adorable. I kind of just want to cuddle you.
I want to cuddle him anyway.
I mean, who doesn't?
Uh-huh.
I want to crawl inside you like a Tums.
Ugh.
Ugh. I want to coat you from the throat down. No, it's just getting worse. Why do people let Jake talk? Well, I'm pretty excited for it. We've had multiple people reach out and be like, hey, you should definitely do it. I'm like, that's been the plan. Definitely going to do the new it.
We definitely talked about it. The first time I even decided to be on the show, I was like, I only want to do it.
Yeah, originally that was the whole plan, was Chad was going to do one episode.
Yeah.
And that was a dozen episodes ago.
Yeah.
After you got corralled into doing the worst Toxic Avenger movie ever on 2 hours notice, 3 hours notice.
That one was rough.
You guys both got initiated by fire, just like last minute, like, okay, you got a couple hours. Here you go.
All right.
You've both done great. I'm so proud of my little boys. Sexy little boys. I want to coat your stomach too, Chad.
You can try.
No, ew, God. Keep it to yourself, you pervert. I'm going to sit and drink my sparkling water.
Mm.
Anything? What you got, dog? I always run these. You do something.
I don't know.
Give me a tight 5 stand-up special. You can go.
Ooh.
What's the deal with?
The weather?
Huh?
California.
Oh.
Water.
Waka waka. You were
There
at the
is
beach
none.
for a week.
I was. It was actually really nice.
That sucks.
If I wasn't
Bastard.
chasing a 14-month around.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Just dig a big hole in the sand. You got a little playpen.
He hates sand.
What?
Yeah.
I have to keep my kid from trying to eat the fucking sand.
He won't touch it.
That's weird. Mine
Wow.
like loves like grinding it into her skin and like putting it on her face like she's in a mud bath or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, every time we've taken him to the beach multiple times, and he will sit on a towel and kind of poke it and then pull away from it.
So put
It's
a
so
towel
funny.
down and walk away.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, basically the floor is lava if it's all sand and he
Then
hates sand
I'm the neglectful parent when he's screaming his head off
until he passes out.
until he passes out.
Which now that I know that that's a thing, I really need to happen in a horror movie. So if we could unironically have somebody, what's it called, a holding spell?
Holding spell, yeah.
I thought a holding spell was something that you do to capture your opponent in D&D. And this motherfucker's like, no, you scream until you pass out. Like a fainting goat?
Exactly.
I love it. I want Vin Diesel to have a holding spell in the middle of the next Fast and Furious movie.
I'm down.
I
Are you
feel
going to go see Hobbs and Shaw?
I haven't seen any of those movies, and I would
None of
never.
them?
I love schlock, but that's not schlock.
You've
That's
never
like,
seen any of them?
not one.
Wow.
The closest I've come to is on the Universal tour where they would do the
Oh, the
Tokyo
ride.
Drift.
Not even the original movie?
Nope.
Eh.
Could not care less.
Okay.
I only just recently have a dream car. I've never had a dream car because I don't fucking care about cars.
And what's your dream car?
Just a Tesla. So I can just sit.
Which Tesla?
I don't care.
You don't- oh my
Whichever one
gosh.
drives, because
You're
that
killing
way
me.
I can sit and edit this fucking show while I'm stuck in traffic as opposed to doing it at home when my eyes bleed. What's your dream car, Chad?
Oh,
It's a
God.
car from Christine.
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is it
Maybe a
maximum
Dodge
overdrive?
Viper because it looks like a giant penis.
Ooh. Or if you're, what is it, the Banshee, if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah.
See, I know cars,
There you go.
basically. What's your dream car?
It's also a Tesla.
Okay, which one?
Yeah.
Like Chad asked, which obviously I know all of them.
The most expensive one.
Yeah.
exactly.
The fully loaded.
Is Elon buying?
I mean, as long as they can get me somewhere, like I'll wait till they're cheaper and battery life or last longer,
Right.
longer range or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just love like the convergence of like technology and
Yeah.
cars.
That's pretty cool.
There's a supercharge station by my house. 15 minutes charges you to the 500 or whatever miles and you just go. Crazy. And here's my thing. I'm really surprised I don't hear about people like Uber drivers doing this, where it's like basically you autopilot the car and you're just skimming off the top for your car that's doing all the work, right? Sounds like a fucking ideal situation.
So now the question is, do Teslas qualify for like Uber Black or what's
Yeah, for the-
above the
The
base
luxury
level?
car.
I
Yeah.
would say
Because
so.
otherwise you're probably not making that much money.
Yeah, for sure.
I think just the basic fact of having to do no work to get a maximum yield is pretty dope.
Yeah.
So that time, drum roll. So sorry, we're going to be doing the episode on goddamn it, bad taste. I got so distracted by car talk. I was going to be like, oh, we're doing maximum overdrive. So make sure to check out all of our podcasts and all of our content on YouTube, Instagram, TV, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Podtail, which I didn't even know existed, but hosts our site, Podcast Go, Podbean, Play-O-Matic.
Player FM.
Tune in. iHeartRadio.
There you go.
See? There you go.